Hi everyone, big news got released this week. Syed, SumaiL, Hassan has filed a lawsuit against his previous team, Evil Geniuses. It was reported by Richard Lewis. According to the article, the lawsuit was filed back in December 2021 for allegations of breach of contract and fraud. Evil Geniuses denies all of it. Back in 2016, following SumaiL's win at the International 2015, Evil Geniuses presented him with 400,000 shares from EG to keep him playing for them. In 2019, EG was sold off to Peak 6 Strategic Capitals Group, and during the merger, SumaiL shares got split into common stocks and some to restricted common stocks. The lawsuit alleges that no one except for P6 members received preferred stocks. The difference between preferred versus common stocks is that preferred stocks does not give shareholders voting rights, which means that preferred stocks will grant a higher dividend than the common stocks and a more robust claim to assets in case of liquidation. And the difference between common stock and restricted common stocks are common stock shares are shares that can be bought and sold at any time, while restricted stocks is given by the corporation. During the transfer, SumaiL alleges that he was never informed on the changes to his shares. Following the success of his 2015 campaign, SumaiL and EG never captured the success, and in 2019, when EG finished 5th-6th at the International, SumaiL and EG drifted apart, and they have several new structures to his contract. In his latest contract in September 2019, EG presented SumaiL that he could be free from his obligation from EG, but it also meant that he was restricted from competing with other teams, except for qualifiers to the Dota majors. SumaiL was also given an opportunity to terminate his contract for a one-time small fee of 125,000 USD. In November 2019, EG presented SumaiL with a mutual clause to free him of his contractual obligations, but it would force him to sell all his shares back. Later in February 2020, EG offered SumaiL $1 million to buy all the shares back, 300,000 as the initial payment, and the 700,000 USD would be deferred to 3 annual installments once SumaiL announces his retirement, which could be years because SumaiL was only 21 back in 2020, and he's now 24 playing for Enigma Galaxy. In short, SumaiL claims that EG and P6 took advantage of him when he was younger and never gave him the accurate information about his stock options. The suit is set to go in front of a jury in June 26, 2023. Alright, on to roster changes. First off, in China, a day of reckoning for everybody. Valve and Perfect World dropped a ban hammer. The Dota 2 Weibo dropped a list of players that are banned. There are 21 lifetime bans, 13 2-year bans, and 12 1-year bans. The entire Knights roster that played at the major has been permanently banned, and the entire Ehon roster that also played at the major also got banned. Wong Sim MKS An was the only one to get permaban. Team Secret made 2 major changes after getting relegated into Division 2. After finishing second at the International but a disappointing winter tour, Team Secret said goodbye to Roman Resolution Fominok and Bykat Sayat Emilijanov. Team Secret announced that Armel Tabios and Dania Yamic Lazibin will join the team in Division 2. Armel will be playing the middle lane. Over in OG, they have made a Position 5 change. Their coach, Evgeny Chu Makarov, will replace Mikhail Misha Agatov in Position 5. Misha will be the coach for the Spring Tour. OG is making another run. After leaving Team Secret, Resolution and Kartik Kitrat Rathi joins the OG squad in the bid to qualify into Division 2. Samuel Boxy Svan, who had to leave Team Liquid during the Lima Major, said his health is doing much better and will be playing in the DPC at the comfort of his own home. Hopefully we get to see Liquid's true potential at the Berlin Major.
You don't come for death. Death comes for you.
Dota 2 finally got the long-awaited patch, or so everyone thought. The Dead Reckoning update arrives with Muerta, a small balance patch, not the patch everybody wanted. In the blog post, Valve announced that 7.33 will be coming in April, and it will most likely be at the end of the Spring Major in Berlin. Muerta is an intelligent carry hero. She has a unique skill set that includes Deathshot. Deathshot fires a bullet that can ricochet, and if the shot hits an enemy, they will run in that direction of the shot. Her second spell, the Calling, summons a group of revenants that slowly circles the targeted area. Enemies will be slow and silenced when passing through. Her third skill is a passive, Gunslinger. It allows Muerta to have a chance at firing a second shot at another target. Muerta's ultimate, Pierce the Veil, transforms her and becomes immune to all physical damage. All her damage becomes magical. She has bonus attack damage and phase movement. She can attack ethereal units but can't target magic immune targets. The update also brought a mini event. At the start of each game, you will be pitted against another player on the opposing team. Kills will gain 2 points, assists will net you 1, and at the end of the game you will earn flowers towards earning a treasure. Valve has been gracious enough to give everyone 5 free keys. Any more keys can be bought via money or 20,000 Dota Plus shards. The event will end on April 4th, 2023. Alright, onto the DPC. Eastern Europe and South America kicked off the spring tour. In Eastern Europe, Na'Vi, formerly PUBG, got off to a great start, winning 2-1 against Darkside to get their first win. One move also defeats Hydra for their first victory of the season. Our highlight comes between Na'Vi and Darkside. Here's the ending to the game.
Arrow, not gonna be connecting, dizzying. He's standing his ground and killing the tombstone. Na'Vi, well, they're not gonna be remembering their ancestors now, but that just might make him even more mad.
Still though, this tier 3 tower is going to fall fairly soon. Revo jumps in, but it doesn't really do too much for them. Oh, we hit Sonic, we're going in.
They're going in onto the Dragon Knight. He's taking a lot of damage with the Force Staff. He'll be more than fine. And says, I don't want to run. I want to go in with the BKB. It's protecting the sniper a little bit, but in the end, he's still going to be cut down. Shigetsu shows who the real carry is. They're going to be putting down the coil. But you don't have the damage, you don't have the courage, you don't have the heroes. Na'Vi have taken over their base, and it seems like they have won this series.
Over in South America, although a disappointing end to their Lima Major, Beast Coast looks to continue another strong tour with a quick 2-0 series win against K-Stars. Thunderwaken, Kihali, Alliance Latam, and No Runes were also in action this week. Our highlight comes at the end of Beast Coast against K-Star.
Nice. Nice catch for Scarfield.
Oh,
and here he goes again.
Kiss is raided down the snowball forwards. King RG, ADR is going to pop his BKB. Supernova onto the back lines. But again, they don't have any way to hit this egg at all. The Dynamite is going to stop the onslaught. He's going to get stunned up by the Supernova. The toss back into the Sun Ray. They get him all.
GG's caller.
And GG finally does get called indeed. So Beast Coast looked the 14% win rate of Kuka in the eye and said, I can be that.
Whew. What a game for Beast Coast.
That's all for this week. Next week we'll have more DPC news and highlights. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.